need to learn about useState in React. If you guys have started coding in React already, you'll notice that it's kind of hard to do a couple of things. For example, if you try to make a counter, while it may work right now, it might not be 100% accurate because you're managing React re-rendering all by yourself. And React is a little bit complex, so it could mess up your code later down in the line. So if you guys want to make your React web app more efficient, more simple to read, and easier to test and debug, then React hooks are a must in your project. There are a ton of different React hooks in React.js, but this is going to be the second of the top 3 React hooks that you guys want to use in your web app. So we already went over useRef, which is used to reference elements in your code. useState is kind of similar, but instead of an image or a piece of text, we reference and manipulate values. So here I have this really basic cookie clicker program, and the goal for this program is to make it so that every 10 clicks that you click the cookie, we're going to increase the cookie so that it gets a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is our starting code, and this video took quite a while to make actually, and I put a lot of time into these videos, so it would mean the world to me if you guys could give it a little like. So anyway, I have this cookie here to my right, and to use useState, all you have to do is at the top of your file, import useState from React and make sure that useState is inside brackets. So now I'm going to create a variable called click and then add what's going to be a function called setClick. And then I'm going to set this equal to useState and pass in an argument of 0, which basically means at the start of your program you have 0 clicks. So to update a useState value, we're going to use that setClick function, and I'm actually going to create another function in my code called clicked, which will allow me to simultaneously check whether or not my cookie was clicked 10 times. So each time the cookie is clicked, I want to run this clicked function, and inside this clicked function, we're going to have the setClick from the useState. So I'm going to give this setClick a callback, which will take its previous value, for example 0, and then add +1 to it. And now that I have that done, I can create a conditional that checks whether or not the clicked variable is an increment of 10. So basically checking if the cookie has been clicked 10 times or not. And if it is, then I'll make the cookie scale by 10%. So to do this, I also need to use the useRef React hook. So at the top of your code, next to useState, I'm going to import useRef as well and create a reference for my cookie. So now once we create our reference, I'm going to increase the scale of my cookie to 1.1. And now if we test our code, as you guys can see, it does work when I click it 10 times. But to increase it to be bigger and bigger the more that I click it, I need to create another useState. And I'll call this scale, and then I'll have a useState function called setScale. And now all I have to do is change this 1.1 to our scale variable, and right before we change the value, I need to use the setScale function to increase the previous value by 1.1 or by 10%. So now if we test our code, the more you click, the more the cookie is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So there you have it, guys. useState helps you accurately store and modify values in React, so you can go crazy with your projects. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to watch my useRef video, which will pop up any second now. And don't forget to stay hydrated.